I'm about to show you something that will literally break your brain. For 60 years, NASA has been the boss of space. They went to the moon, and this is their new rocket, the SLS. It's the most powerful government rocket in history. But what if I told you it's already a dinosaur? Because this is Elon Musk's Starship. It's not just a rocket, it's an absolute monster that could change humanity's future forever. And today, we're going to prove that Starship isn't just going to beat NASA, it's going to make their best rocket look like a toy. First, let's look at NASA's champion, the SLS. And don't get me wrong, this thing is a monster. It's taller than the Statue of Liberty and was built to send people back to the moon. To make it super safe, NASA basically recycled parts from the old space shuttle. They used the same engines and a bigger version of the boosters. It's proven. It's reliable and it is insanely expensive. And I want you to listen to this number. The entire program is going to cost $93 billion by 2025. But here's the crazy part. Every single time this rocket launches, it costs $4.2 billion. I'm going to say that again. Over $4 billion for one launch. That is so much money, even NASA's own experts say it's unsustainable. And the craziest part, they throw the rocket away after they use it. So they have to spend another $4 billion every single time. Okay, now let's fly down to a field in Texas where Elon Musk is doing something completely different. He isn't just building a rocket, he's building a rocket factory. This is Starship. It's the biggest and most powerful rocket ever built by humans, period. And it's built on two simple ideas: reusing everything and building a ton of them. Unlike NASA's rocket, which gets thrown in the ocean, Starship is designed to land itself, get refueled, and launch again, maybe even on the same day. And this leads to the most insane fact of all: the cost. Remember NASA's $4.2 billion? Elon wants to get the cost of a Starship launch down to less than $10 million. Do you understand how crazy that is? If he does it, getting stuff to space will be 100 times cheaper. 100 times. That's like the difference between flying on a private jet for $1 million. We buying a ticket on a normal airplane for just a few bucks. It changes everything. So you have the super expensive rocket versus the super cheap rocket. But the craziest difference between them is speed. And this is shocking fact number 3. NASA started building their rocket in 2011 and flew it for the first time in 2022. That's 11 years for one flight. One. Now look at SpaceX. They started building the first Starship in 2019. And since then, they have just been building and flying, building and flying. You've probably seen the videos of them blowing up, right? But here's the secret. Every time one blew up, they learned something, and the next one got better. And it worked. As of right now, they've already had a bunch of test flights, and they keep getting further and further. NASA spent over a decade building one perfect rocket. In less than half that time, SpaceX built and tested a whole army of them. It's the ultimate tortoise versus the hare. But the hare is also a genius. This is literally the craziest race in technology right now. We are watching history get made in real time. If your mind is as blown as mine, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. Because what I'm about to tell you next is the biggest twist of all. Okay, so after everything I just told you, the crazy cost, the insane speed, you think Starship just wins, right? End of story. But here is the biggest plot twist, and you are not going to believe this. NASA isn't trying to beat SpaceX. They're paying them. I'm not kidding. NASA literally gave SpaceX billions of dollars to build a special Starship just for them. So get this. For the next moon mission, astronauts will launch on NASA's super expensive SLS rocket. But to actually land on the moon, they'll have to park, get out, and climb into Elon's Starship to go down to the surface. NASA admitted that their own rocket can get them to the moon, but they need Starship to get them on the moon. So NASA's biggest mission completely depends on their biggest competitor. It's not NASA versus Starship anymore, it's NASA and Starship. So, will Elon's Starship beat NASA? The answer is kinda complicated, but also yes, in a straight-up fight over technology and cost. Starship is playing a completely different game. It's so much cheaper and so much more advanced that it could literally open up the entire solar system for humanity. We're talking cities on Mars, which is something the SLS just can't do. But NASA isn't out of the game. They're still the explorers, the scientists, and they're smart enough to use Starship to get their missions done. But the real story is this. We're seeing the end of an era. The SLS is the last of the old-school government-built rockets. It's like a beautiful, hand-built classic car. But Starship, it's the Tesla factory pumping out the future. So while NASA's rocket might fly a few more amazing missions, Starship is being built to fly hundreds of times, creating a highway to space. One is a monument, the other is a trucking line to the stars. The craziest fact of all isn't that Starship is better. It's that NASA is literally paying Starship to make its own rocket obsolete. Elon isn't just building a new rocket, he's ending the entire way we've thought about space for 60 years. So what do you think? Is this the end for NASA's giant rockets? Or can they both exist? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see more insane videos about the future of technology, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video.